covering the Northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Students of the Sweetings Key School on a field trip in Freeport today. The youngsters made a stop at various places of interest, including the Gerald Bartlett Police Headquarters. Megan Shepard tells us why that stop was of particular interest to the group.
Students of the Sweetings Key All-Age School visiting the police headquarters, courtesy of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Assistant Commissioner of Police Samuel Butler welcoming the group of 7.
The policing profession is a very, very good profession. It keeps the whole country safe. Allow your teachers to sleep well at night. Allow your mommy and daddy to sleep well at night while we watch over everybody. And so we just want to welcome you again and hope that you have a wonderful day as you visit the city of Freeport.
Fire Chief Superintendent Ernest Hanna and ASP Roll of the Northeastern Division instrumental in making the visit possible. Hanna says that they visited the school last year and that they were treated so warmly they felt the need to give back.
We got together and thought it would be a good idea if we would sponsor the kids a trip on to the mainland to see some of the sites and, of course, the fire and police stations. So we have a few other visits along the way. The Office of the Prime Minister, along with education, to visit a few folks and see a few places. We also be allowing them to have some lunch in Freeport area also. Myself, along with Mr. Roll, we came from island communities and we remembered how it was back in the day, and we thought this would be something good. It sort of take us back to our youthful days and relive what we had wished for all the way back then. So it's a privilege for us, really.
Principal Joanna Johnson says that the students do not get to take field trips often due to the associated costs. She says they are so grateful to the police force for affording them this opportunity.
Well, each one of them, they were up very, very early and on the dock at 6:30 and very excited to be here today. Very excited. I'd like to thank the Royal Bahamas Police Force for affording us this trip today. We are very grateful. Thank you all so much.
Several students say they want to be police officers in the future to bring the criminal element to justice.
So I could save my community and make it a better community. And lock up bad people who do bad things. Being a police to lock people up from doing bad things, like from stealing people's stuff what they need.
And that, what would that do? What would that do if you locked them up?
And then I'll sell them to jail. Disobedient means stealing people things. And people always get in jail.
So you want to send people to jail?
Yes,
The all-age school has a total of 7 students, with students in grades 1, 2, and 6. Megan Shepard, 7S Network News.
A special event at the Hugh Campbell Primary School today. The entire student body coming together to celebrate one of their own. Megan Shepard was there.
Staff and students of Hugh Campbell Primary School hosting a special assembly for 10-year-old Jaden Pinder following his return to Grand Bahama from the National Spelling Bee competition in New Providence. Principal Lily Strawn Moxie says that they were so proud of how Jaden represented his school and the island.
I'm so pleased at the results that he got and the fact that he came out in the 10th round. That in itself is an accomplishment. It speaks volume of what is happening on Grand Bahama, especially at Hugh Campbell Primary School from an academic perspective. We're honored with the work that Miss Darius, his coach, and his grandmother, they have done with him in this most outstanding academic venture.
Fifth grade teacher and his spelling coach, Melody Darius, says that Jaden put in a lot of time preparing for the competition, and she is very pleased with his performance against top spellers from around the nation.
What we did after he won the district competition is we continued to practice every day. He came to me every lunchtime, after school. We practiced on weekends, and when he would have left school in the afternoons and went home, his grandmother, Mrs. Pindo, would have worked even more with him. So he worked very hard. He did an excellent job of preparing for the competition.
The top speller, very short on words, but he says he walked into the competition with high hopes.
I was a little nervous but I know I was going to do well in spelling bee. But I wasn't nervous when I stood up to the fifth round.
Despite not walking away with the top title, Jaden says he is proud of his overall achievement.
I felt great that I came sixth place. And I was proud of myself because I did all this hard work and I came up to this.
Now Darius adds that the committee in New Providence is reviewing Jaden's overall placement.
When Jaden left the stage, he actually left 5 contestants on the stage. However, both of those contestants would have gotten out in the same round that he did. So right now, we're waiting for the official results to find out exactly where he placed. I don't want to say anything until they come out, but I think he placed higher than I thought he did initially. But we're just waiting for those final results from the judges in Nassau.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Get your red pumps or your red tie ready, all for a good cause. The Grand Bahama AIDS Awareness Committee is hosting its Red Pump, Red Tie Soiree this weekend. Chairperson of the GB AIDS Awareness Committee, Africa Karamo Miller, says the purpose is to highlight persons in the community who have been instrumental in the fight against HIV and AIDS, including their corporate sponsors, PharmaChem Technologies and the Grand Bahama Port Authority.
We feel that if we reach our youth, that would make a greater impact in the community and throughout the world as it relates to making wise decisions in prevention against HIV and AIDS, because they are the ones who are actually leading statistics as it relates to HIV infections, and also the ones who are making those, risky decisions. So I'm really trying to teach them to be more responsible and more accountable. Of course, we always teach abstinence, but the reality of what we're dealing with, especially in the Grand Bahama community, is a lot of students are not, abstinent. They're sexually active, and they're not taking proper precautions. So we feel that hopefully repetition, something will sink in.
Now, the proceeds from this event will go towards education and awareness, especially in adolescents. The soiree kicks off on Saturday, March 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Rand Nature Center. And today is being observed as National Down Syndrome Day. March 21st was declared World Down Syndrome Day by the United Nations in 2011. The date is to symbolize the uniqueness of persons with 21 chromosomes, which cause Down syndrome.
At the Beacon School, we are just celebrating our kids who are Down syndrome, and all our kids. Just want persons to know that we are different. We are all different, and our kids are just a little more different than everybody else. Today we also did dance on 321, where you allow the kids to take a break in the school day and just dance for those who are Down syndrome. So we danced for about 45 minutes a day, and we put in the exercise in it too, so they got a little bit of exercising and also had some fun.
Here on Grand Bahama, residents could be seen sporting crazy socks to bring awareness. Principal of the Beacon School, T.T. Mackenzie Moss, took part in several activities with the students and says this is something that they look forward to.
Different companies, organizations, everybody came to the school. They purchased the socks for $5, and all proceeds go to the National Down Syndrome Society. The president of the Down Syndrome Society is Miss Wendy Hanna, and if you have anything, if you want to give any donation to the society, you can definitely contact her.
Persons were able to purchase the crazy socks from the Beacon School. All proceeds will go towards the school's summer camp, which will include an occupational therapist. And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Hi and welcome. World Kidney Day is a joint initiative of the International Society of Nephrology and the International Federation of Kidney Foundations. Since the first campaign over 12 years ago, World Kidney Day has turned into a global phenomenon. This year, World Kidney Day was held on Thursday, March 14th, under the theme, Kidney Health for Everyone, Everywhere. The role of the kidneys are to remove waste, excess fluid, and drugs from the body, produce erythropoietin, the chemical needed to make red blood cells and prevent anemia, regulate bone metabolism, regulate blood pressure, and maintain fluid, electrolyte, and acid balance. Diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure, and hypertension follows closely behind as the second leading cause. And because of this, prevention strategies are enforced to help decrease the incidence of kidney disease or failure. So during this month, we call on everyone to check with your doctor to determine if you are at risk for kidney disease. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.